Hi, and welcome to Messy Church at Franche. Whoa!
Hello, I'm Wendy, and as part of our Messy Jonah, we're going to look at the Olympics and at something you've probably seen before, which is the Olympic rings. We're going to do a little thinking and a bit of doing, thinking about what we're good at, what Jonah might have been good at, and what we might like to get better at. Think about our gifts, and it's quite straightforward. You need a biggish piece of paper. Mine's white, you might have a coloured piece. And we're going to draw 5 rings. I experimented. I tried using a biscuit tin lid, but that was a bit too big. Tried a paper plate, a bit big. Found a little saucer just right. And what I did with a felt tip was I drew around them, and I drew that middle one first, and then I did one to the side and one to that side. So I did 3 along the top. I think I used felt tips, and then I did 2 along the bottom. I think they all overlap a little bit, and if the Olympics had been held this year, we would have probably seen these circles about a lot. If you're an athlete, if you're in the Olympics, you might have been born being really good at something, but you will have had to practice and practice and improve and listen to advice to be good enough to be in that Olympic team. Jonah wasn't in the Olympics, but I was wondering what he might have been good at. And I think he might have been good at speaking and talking, because when he did go to Nineveh, actually people listened to him. So maybe Jonah was good at speaking. I'm going to think about what we might be good at, and I'll show you how I've started. So these are my circles now, and in 1, 2, 3, 4 of them I've drawn some things that I think I might be good at, or things I want to get a little bit better at. Now I started in the middle. Because it's backwards now, you probably can't see, but these are speech bubbles. And this one says hello. This one says let me explain. This was listen to this story. And God says. I'd like to be a bit better, a bit braver about talking. My mum was really good at it. She would chat to anybody, make them always feel welcome. It's also important, I decided, to be a good listener. I've got a little ear there, and actually I think some rabbit ears there to remind me I want to get better at listening to people, what they have to say. What else? Oh, this side, I think I'm quite good at sewing. I'm always learning, but I can make things like dresses and curtains. Can be useful for me and other people. Sometimes I have to learn how to do things. I learnt this week that cutting out a dress on the carpet, because the cat is on the table, isn't a good idea. So I'm not going to do that again. But I like sewing, and I've got better at it over the years. I wonder what you think you're good at, or something you'd like to get better at. Some people are good at sports and games, maybe like tennis, football or ball games, or skipping. I think boxers train by skipping. Some people are good at running or walking. You might not be very good at one of these sports, but you might be really good at playing with people, making up games, cheering somebody up by playing with them and sharing something with them. Or you might decide you want to work really hard at something to get better. I always wanted to be good at music, and when I was very young I found it really hard, and a few people told me to be quiet when I was singing. So that made me determined to learn a bit of music. I ended up learning a bit of the piano. It's very hard work. You have to practice quite a lot, but it's really worth it. I haven't thought of anything for this last circle yet. I might have to ask somebody or think about it. What would I like to get better at? Would I like to do something new? A bit like Jonah, perhaps. Can I use any of these things to be useful to God? There's a last thing to do. When you've drawn in your circles and done as much as you can, maybe chatted to somebody, there's a last little bit to do. You should have in your little resource bag some little plastic hearts. I did have some. I can't find them. Don't tell Bridget. So I'm going to draw some hearts on instead. Have a look at the next piece of paper. Can you spot the green hearts? Have a look. I'm hoping you can spot 1, 2, 3, 4 green hearts. And I'm going to draw hearts, or you could stick on hearts, around all of my circles, just to remind me that whatever my gifts, what I'm good at or what I'm not good at, God loves me anyway, just as I am. Great to improve, but whatever you're good at or not good at, God loves you. I think that's something Jonah learnt at the end. So have fun. Make your Olympic rings. Have a good think about what you're good at. And then maybe you might want to go and have a go at it. Have fun.
So have fun and remember, get messy.